Good afternoon, everybody. I want to welcome everybody back to the Stephen Cartwright Show. Here on this show, we advocate for men and what's going on, everybody, on this beautiful Wednesday. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to come home and I wanted to give you a short analysis. And I normally don't talk about a lot of politics, but I'm going to tell you, I do keep an eye on these people. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get on into it. Excuse me, got a little bit under the weather. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give y'all a little bit of analysis on the State of the Union address. Joe Biden, liberal Democrats, and how they think about black men. In a lot of cases, men in general. Ladies and gentlemen, they think with men, especially black men, that they already got the vote wrapped up in the bag. Let me tell you something, gentlemen. You see how a lot of our ladies, and let's switch over to them, and then I'll get back to Joe Biden. How our ladies sit up and say, we want somebody to lead and all that stuff. All that stuff ain't nothing but a ploy. It's just it's like dangling a carrot in front of a donkey to get him to walk. It's what it is. Gentlemen, and I'm going to say this here about the government with Joe Biden, the feminist movement. I could see it all last night. Man, this man was sitting up lying through his dentures. I think he's just a straight up racist too. But let's get on with it. And they think the black man, they got it so down like this here, that we have became a bunch of pussy whipped Brady Bunch version of ourselves. And we ran by rogue sissies. And they like it. They think that we ain't got no backbone to do shit because they think that we are they are the only ones that we got to turn to. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's just that bad. I'm gonna tell you something else, too, gentlemen. Back in the late 70s, late 60s and 70s, they wouldn't dare mess with black men like that. They wouldn't even think about it. That man sit up there talking about he did something about marriage. Let me tell you who these people see as families. And what they think that marriage is for. Let's go from the bottom up. Black men are flunkies. That's the way they see us. Women and children. That's where they see families. Just a woman and children. 2 women or 2 men. That's all. That's how they see family. Joe Biden was lying like a sun gun last night talking about he changed some things to stabilize. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. And I say to us as men, you want these people to look up and, number 1, pay you some attention. Number 2, you want to get something did with them. Black man got to get meaner. We got to stop being bullied by these women. That man, he think he just highlight, oh, Hakeem Jeffries. Let me tell you something about that too. I believe you got a lot of good black leaders out there that mean the community good, but all of them don't mean you well. He started talking about, and they want black men to start getting in debt. He started talking about these college degrees. Ain't nobody, let me tell you something. A lot of them don't have nothing but a bunch of sat down degrees. They don't produce shit. They don't produce nothing. The people that's producing is, number one, the people that's getting their hands dirty, risking their lives, and making sure that things end up where it's supposed to be intact. They think, and a lot of our ladies, black ladies, they think that a college degree gives them some type of mantle. No, it don't. It ain't didn't prepare you for work, but it doesn't prepare you for things like what I do and other men like myself do. They look at us as black men like, hey man, when our balls done fell off. And the thing about us with black men, we got to stop being so nice. And I'm not talking about being physically violent. I'm talking about change up on them. That'll make anybody not take you for granted, because right now they take us for granted. Gentlemen, always start talking about all these high-tech jobs where you can get some of these jobs and you don't need a degree. Man, look, let me tell you something. You got people with degrees can't do what I do for a living. And I know a lot of them, they can't even pass the test. I've seen it time and time again. Gentlemen, we got to stop letting them take us for passes. If they don't want to come out of it, switch up on them. You have to make these people like Joe Biden and all the more racist Democrats, all these Democratic talking points. You have to not let these people take you for granted. I left the Democratic plantation. Don't get me wrong. I love my community. I love my people. But I wasn't going for that anymore, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't hearing that. I vote for the best people for the job. And us as black men, we got to stop being bullied by these women. And if we don't start voting our interests, they'll take us down the rabbit hole too. I'm telling you. I refuse, and us as black men, we got to stop letting them take us for granted. We got to let them know. I'll tell you in a minute, I'll let you know, I will put the screws to you. And I'm going to tell you something. I would say to passport brothers, any of you brothers up out here, oh, voting ain't going to do no good. Yeah, it will. What you do is, gentlemen, sometimes you got to get a little dubious. Sometimes you have to get a little crafty, a little mean, stubborn. I don't have to vote for you. I'll vote for your adversary. Anything to screw them over. That's what you do. Because that's what they're doing to us. This is something that black men need to realize. I ain't heard Joe Biden talk about coming off of nothing but Trump. Hey, man. He ready to come off of it. I'm telling you something. He's speaking my language. They want to split up things. Man, y'all, man, a lot of them, I see them as some pathetic individuals. And black men, they think we ain't nothing but suckers. They do. Because most of the time we being bullied by women. And they like it too. The black male vote is the second largest voting bloc. You think we can't do no damage to them? And how you get them is send the people up there that they despise the most. They won't take you for granted no more. And you keep doing it to them. Stomp them in the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my take with the State of the Union. Just, man, it wasn't about nothing. You know, they look at us black men, what they think? You know, they think, what, our balls done fell off? They think that them women just gonna be able to bully us in any position that they want. And they've been doing it. Time for that stuff to come to an end, gentlemen. That is my take on the State of the Union. And I hope everybody step up, check out my videos. Look at this take, man. I mean, you know, them people, they don't mean us nothing. Especially us as black men. And it's time for us as black men to send a message. That we will screw you. And we won't give a 2 bits flying hoot how we do it. Our families show up. All contribute to liberals. They love to talk about the Central Park 5. Let me tell y'all something, people. When they talk about Trump and the Central Park 5. True enough, Donald Trump said some things, and he did some things back in his past, and he also paid for it too. For us to go with the Central Park 5, well, let me go back a little bit. Then Donald Trump has done more for black Americans than anybody in history. And look at Joe Biden. He was up there last night in the State of the Union trying to obscure the numbers. Everybody knew that was a lie. Yeah, right. Let me tell y'all something else too, gentlemen. About the Central Park 5. Donald Trump did not convict the Central Park 5. The racist state of New York did. Because it was their job to find out the truth. Oh, racist state New York. The heart of the racist people, liberal Democrats. That's who did it. Wasn't Donald Trump. He wasn't on no jury. He said some things. And get them people convicted. They ain't the one that did it. It was the state of New York. Gentlemen, as men, we have to start waking up. We have to rise ourselves to a higher form of thinking. We're going to get into these things on my show. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to make this short video today, and I wanted to give y'all my take. We love y'all, and we have us as black men and men in general. We have to start thinking about the greater good for ourselves. And before I go, these women talk about leading. All right, you want to lead? Stop doing what they say. Then you're leading. Start voting the way you want. And start voting our best interests. Black men start voting their best interests. That's how you lead. Ladies and gentlemen, the Stephen Cartwright Show. We love y'all. Hope y'all chime into my videos. And we love you. That's my take. Peace.